Alright there folks, welcome back. Macclesfield Town await, and it's Manchester United the opponent. Sergio Conceição's Manchester United, top of the table clash, first v second. Round 12 of the Premier League, you can see on the table here, 31 points now to Manchester United's 28. I think we were level on 25 apiece when you were with us after that 3-0 victory over Chelsea. We followed that up with a 2-0 victory at the Valley against Charlton. Marianne and Silva with the goals, and a 2-2 home draw. We rotated slightly, but we still underperformed, you'd have to say, against Mönchengladbach. 2 free kicks really. Bilbao for Gladbach, giving them the lead. We pulled ahead through Sebeco and a Marianne penalty, but then another free kick, Marianne hitting the crossbar, and it fell down nicely for Nicolas Toyos to equalise in the 83rd minute. It leaves us with a little bit of a tricky affair if we want to go through as group winners. We've got Gladbach coming up next in the Champions League, away this time. Hopefully we can do the business there. Probably have to name full strength. We beat Bournemouth by 4-1. Frustrating really to see an Andres Olmo goal take a clean sheet away, but a Mario Silva hat-trick and an Ike Arteaga strike in stoppage time, giving us a fine 4-1 victory before we dispatched Tottenham Hotspur by 3-1 at the new Tottenham Stadium, appropriately named the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, of course. We went down early as well, Euclides giving Tottenham the lead before Sebeco, Marianne and Silva. We ran out easy victors in the end. But today it's Manchester United, a big team with pedigree, no doubt. They've got some fantastic players. Adrian Biasoli is quite simply one of the best. He's a player that we targeted some time ago when he was still with Bayern, if not Atleti, and we didn't get him. He went in the end to Manchester United instead, signing for £100 million, and you'd have to say he's probably worth that money, although he seems to be hot and cold. It's one good season, one bad season syndrome for the 31-year-old Argentinian now, so he's approaching the twilight, his best years perhaps of his career. And Yuri Delati, the captain, a right back of strong pedigree, 233 appearances in the Manchester United red. They're a dangerous side. They've got some really good players, and you know, as we'll see when we go to the old past meetings. Obviously, we play these big clubs quite a lot. We've played them in Europe. We've played them in cup competitions, as you'd expect. I'm rambling on while it loads, because it does take a while in 2037. There we go. You can see there we've played Manchester United 35 times, winning 19 and drawing 5 with 11 defeats. We have the upper hand. 62 points we've acquired. I don't know why it really gives you points. You know, they're not points, are they? You don't get points for winning. But you can see there we started off, we lost a lot of our ties against Manchester United. But in recent years, we've had 1 defeat in the last 5 years or so. 2 defeats since, 2 defeats really. In fact, it's pretty much 3 defeats in the last 10 years against Manchester United. So, pretty good. You can see how late that one was as well. That was our first game in the Premier League. Bryce Sellis actually played for us sometime later on loan. He's now at Tottenham, I believe. Anyway, let's crack on. We've got to play Manchester United today. If we win, it's obviously a 6-pointer for us. If we lose, then Manchester United draw level with us on points. We'll still have the upper hand because we have the superior goal difference unless they wall up us 5-6-0. But if we win, we go to 34. We suddenly have a 6-point gap over our nearest rivals, and equally so then a 12-point gap on Swansea, who've been able to maintain position. So perhaps they are genuine candidates. Anyway, I'll see you pitch side with the teams in just a minute. And there we have the teams then. It's a central midfield pairing of Harry Clarke and Fabio Paulista. Harry Clarke, a former Manchester United player. We signed him on a free when he left Old Trafford, and he's performed pretty well for us, to be fair. Carlos Navarro did return from injury, but sadly picked up another knock, so he's out for a few weeks. Manchester United's side is as strong as you like. It's always a tough tie. Absolutely no doubt about it. They've got a really good side, so let's tell the lads that we've been on a good run lately. We're always on a good run, to be fair. We very rarely lose. I think if we manage to avoid defeat here, that'll make it 30 on the spin in the Premier League without defeat. We get ourselves underway. It's Harry Clarke, a loose touch there, but nothing comes from it. And, just 2 minutes on the clock. A feelsome ball forward finds nobody, and Manchester United will try and build from the back as Vukovic brings this into midfield. A little bit of a fortunate break, and here's Carrasco. Mutombo, well, it's going to be a VAR decision, and we could be here for a while we look at the screen. It looked a bit of a strange challenge by Johnny Mutombo. If we go ahead early, we go ahead early. We just have to rally. Obviously, we went behind I don't know why I said if we go ahead early. It's a penalty. Grant Byrne, the referee, awarding the pen for the Mutombo infringement. But if we go behind early, we did go behind early against Spurs, and we did manage to rally back. And Mutombo yellow carded for that foul. And, well, we have a bit of a 50-50 record when it comes to saving pens. As, well, Basoli, we mentioned in pre-game, he sends Cara the wrong way. And Manchester United have the lead at the Steve Burr. Nothing really we could do about that. I think it's tucked right into the corner. Be a good save if he gets there. We need to do a little bit better than this if we're going to get anything out of United. 10 minutes on the clock now. Throw in for Manchester United. Jovanovic, Carrasco, Esteban. They're moving well, but Harry Clark steps in and tidies up. Hopefully we can spring forward now as Wagner plays it up to Silva. Space on the right now for Sebeko. He's got men ahead of him, but he goes out wide, crosses deep, and Silva heading over the crossbar. Lovely cross in. Silva scored a few headers of late. I'd have liked him to find the back of the net there. Expected to see the net bulge as Manchester United come again with Romero now. Back to Martinez, his centre-back partner. Out now to Daliati. Dali-Ali? No, Dalati. And United looking to pull the strings as not far wide from Carrasco. They've been dangerous, to be fair. Very dangerous. Well, it's half time, and that penalty is all that separates the sides. It's been a thoroughly disappointing display, and I think we can aggressively, and rightly so, be aggressive with the lads and tell them that we expect a bit more desire. They're not even showing what they're capable of. A few of them. We're going to ask for passion as Sebeko flights in the free kick, and we find ourselves level just before the 50th minute mark. A wonderful free kick by Sebeko, the South African winger. He's got that in his locker to do that. He bends the ball round the wall. Almost didn't seem possible. The Manchester United goalkeeper La Rosa, I think that is, at full stretch, can't keep it out. And we go 1-1. A couple of minutes later now, a throw-in finds Marianne, Sebeko, Clark. He's not the first choice, and it's showing. We really, perhaps, maybe we should have bought another midfielder in the summer, but we could rely last year on Navarro and co. Oh, a little bit of an infringement there, perhaps, but play on as Marianne streaks forward. And surely a penalty this time. The referee's going to look at the VAR again. Same spot, pretty much. And a potential penalty here. Marianne going over. Looks clear-cut to me. I'd be surprised if this isn't given. And by surprised, I mean absolutely furious, to be honest, after that one that they got. And indeed, Grant Byrne points to the spot following the VAR. Again, penalties for us, 50-50. Sometimes we score, and you can guess, can't you? Sometimes we don't. So let's see what Marianne can do here. He scored a few of late, but this is a high-pressure situation, and he bangs it straight through La Rosa in the Manchester goal, and inside 3 or so minutes of play, we've turned it right round. We have a 2-1 lead. We'll go a little bit more balanced. It was not a great penalty, and La Rosa, questionable goalkeeping as he tried to volleyball punch away. I don't know what he was trying to do there. So 15 minutes to play. I think we'll look to make a change. A few of the players have not been at their best today, but we are a little bit shallow. So we're going to bring on Eaton for Wagner on that left side. He's looking a little bit jaded. This is a tricky situation, because this is an important potential 3-pointers. Marianne Fabio Paulista, great save by La Rosa. Eaton off the post and away, and Manchester United can break perhaps as Carrasco, surely not from there, as Esteban picks this ball up left side. Looks for Carrasco, but Mutombo is there, and Clark smashes it away. Both sides looking dangerous, you'd have to say. There's just a few minutes to go. If we manage to hold on here, it will be a good win for us. We're going to bring on Hawkrow and Maloney in the dying embers of this fixture as Hilsum takes this throw in. Hopefully we don't concede from our own attack, if you can call it an attack, as Merida brings it clear now. Looks left for Esteban. Great challenge by Sebeko, and we'll bring it away. Hopefully we can spring on the counter ourselves. Sebeko looking deep now for Maloney. Could he get his first Premier League goal? He does, and seals the win for Macclesfield. His first Premier League goal for the club. Raheem Maloney, signed from Celtic. 6 of the season now for him. He got 5, I think, or 4 or 5 in one Champions League fixture. So it done half look good, but he needs to start scoring in the Prem. But if he can reproduce finishes like that, sort of wrong footing the Manchester United goalkeeper. And as I say, surely wraps up the 3 points and gives us strong lead now at the top of the Premier League as we're beyond added time, and that is the end of the game. Sebeko's quite rightly man of the match. I think after half time he really went for the jugular, and I think we have to be passionate and say we've done brilliantly to come back, and indeed a few of the players did do that. They surpassed what I expected them to do. Well done to Sebeko and the lads. And as I say, if you look at the league table now, that really does put us in a strong position. Got big games to come, of course. Liverpool away, that could bring us back down to earth, and then Tottenham at home. So big games coming up. But, you know, we've sort of become that established Premier League side. I think what we'll look to do is we'll let time click on a little bit. We'll probably come back for the Man City away game. Try and do a bit more of a blocky kind of approach. Next episode will be out shortly. Don't know what day, because I'm not doing a regular schedule. You know, is anybody really keeping to a regular schedule at this stage of FM? Maybe you are, if you're an uploader. Maybe not. Anyway, do pop a like on the video for me if you've enjoyed. Subscribe as well if you are new, or if you're not new, if you've just been lurking. Subscribe, why not? And I'll look forward very much to seeing you on that next video. Take care and goodbye.